All right, now, maybe. All right, how about now? Is this better? Any audio? Okay. All right. Well, dumpster fire number 1. Thank goodness we get one thing figured out. Now, let me see if I can get rid of. All right. I don't know. We're going to try. So, welcome everybody. Sorry for my audio. Once again, I am live streaming in a different location. As you can see, this is not in my van, but we're outside of my van. Because in van life, when you're driving around in your house, you have situations that things break. And a little backstory, since some of you live in Michigan and some of you don't, we got dumped on and we got some negative temperatures. And one day I was driving this van, very slushy weather, and I had my wipers on, and I forgot to turn them off, and I forgot to raise my windshield wipers. So I broke what they call the wiper transmission. And it's actually a heat wave of like 25 degrees, or I don't know, it's sunny and it's decent weather out. So we're going to actually repair my van. And you all are going to come along with me and watch me work on my van. I'm going to try to get this done within an hour. I'm a little rusty at mechanics, so let's get into this. And while I'm watching heat wave today, yeah, exactly. So I will not be kind of scrolling through the comments all the time. I'm going to be taking, well, I don't want to move this around, but as the thumbnail, this is the wiper transmission. And your wiper arms, let's see if I can get that in shot. That's where your wiper arm gets into or attaches at the top of your windshield. So this is the unit that we are going to be replaced. And the reason why I don't want to move this around too much is because I don't want my wipers all kittywampus and have to realign them. So I'm going to play mechanic today, and y'all get to watch how fun working on my car is. And because the weather was so cold, I actually called a repair shop to see about redoing this job for me. Now, this part, just this part, cost me $133. The repair shop wanted to charge me $510 to do this job. So, and I'm going to try to get close so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I've got to take this cap off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's these little caps on both of them that we're going to take off. And there's a nut down here that we have to get off. And we have to do this to both sides. So, here we go. So I may not always be in shot, and I'm not going to be always looking. By the way, if you guys see, let me see if I can bring this up. I put tape where my wipers meet, so that way when I take these off, I can put them exactly the arms right where they belong. Now, I pretty much can eyeball that, but if somebody isn't familiar with doing it, some wipers set a little higher or a little lower. But anyway. So the fun part is don't lose these little nuts or these little caps somewhere. These little caps. So we're going to take the bolts off, and then we got to take all this plastic off. So, and I did run out of time, so I didn't get all the tools out and ready, but it shouldn't be that hard. And I'm not like to touch these cool tools, but that's part of life. So, how is everybody else's week going today? I know I can't see y'all in the comments, but I will look back. And, uh-oh, I just got off my alarm. Hang on, guys, it may get loud. Nope. Okay. Let's put I had my keys in my pocket, and I leaned on my car, so, and I'm not going to be able to get to this like that. So hang on. Oh. So let's see. Fetma says we're having 33 degrees. Then back under freezing. Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to next week. That's why I'm trying to get this done. Because I can't drive this vehicle this way. But, yeah, I'm not looking forward to getting any colder. I'm tired of the cold as it is. And I just dropped the nut down there. Oh, well, I'll get it out in a minute. That's one thing about working on cars I don't miss. Busting my knuckles, touching these metal tools in the winter. All right, so now that's done. And we got these little nuts that, whoops, this way. These little nuts that we had to take off. And then we just slide this up and pop that off. And there's one. And then this little hose here. Well, we'll take care of that in a minute. Funny little story. I remember when I used to work on cars every single day. There were some tools that went through the laundry because I would put them in my pocket or something. And they would not, I forget that were in my back pocket. And then I would have to, I throw them in the laundry and they would go through the wash. So I had some clean tools sometimes, but. So welcome in to any new people that are in the channel or in the chat. I am not looking at the chat because I'm busy tearing apart my van. Ooh, and not trying to break any more pieces as possible. Anyways, I will check in and on the in the chat here periodically. At least I'll attempt to do that. Now I have to get under the hood. So, and I got to find that nut that I lost. So, pause 1 minute here as I get under the hood. Yeah, when the mechanic said it was going to cost me $500, I was like, yeah, nope. I worked way too hard for my money to give you that. No, I understand. Here's that nut. It's in the nut. I understand somewhat, but not like that. All right. Now, let's see if we're in shot. Probably not. Let's go here. So now we got to remove all this, which I just broke my car. So my engine is really warm. Give me some. And then, hey, I got some seats. Uh-oh. I left a screwdriver. I don't know what that was for, but I was using a screwdriver. Yeah, $500 is a bit steep, but I was really blown away by that. I really was surprised. I figured it would be like, like $300 a day, possibly. So I didn't have to be in the cold. But I mean, when the part itself costs $133, and then I mean, labor is normally, on this, probably in a shop, somebody that does this every day, the labor would probably be about an hour and a half. But what they were probably doing is taking that $133, and then they were adding an upcharge for the part. So normally a lot of mechanic shops, and when I was a shop, I did not do this because I don't agree with it, but what they would do was they would put a 15 or 20% markup on the part. So they'd get it delivered, they'd get a discount, pay like $100 for this, and then they would mark it up 20 or 30%, and then charge the customer, even though they didn't do anything. And they don't go get their parts. They actually have like O'Reilly delivers, Auto Value, all that kind of stuff. Even AutoZone delivers to them. And yeah, they have a $60 or something, a monthly charge that they have to pay. But by the time they mark up 20% of every part, they end up making their money plus some. So what I'm doing is there's these little tiny, here we go. Nope, this way. These little Phillips screws that are holding this plastic down. So I'm just unscrewing them. So if you guys have any questions about mechanics or about shops or about what I'm doing, pop it in the chat. And I will tell you prior to me checking the chat. And then that way you guys can get your answers. If I know it. I don't know everything about mechanics. So if I did, I'd be filthy rich. But yeah, so I'm assuming that shop did a 20% markup on the part and then charged me labor on top of that. So, all right. So, I really want to get rid of these arms. All right. Oh, let me see. Let me remember how. I don't really want to take them off. And when I try to do a job, I try to not do redundant work. So if I can skip a few steps, I'm going to try to do that just to save some work. And I feel like this is just not snapping out. Oh. And because it's so cold out, I want to be really cautious about plastic pieces because the cold and plastic, they don't agree. There, it snapped out. There. Now let me go get this other side. All right. I need to clean out my leaves. All right. Now, under this plastic towel, oh, there's another screw I missed. All right. At least the heat of the engine is coming off and giving me some warmth today. And on top of this, now I'm starting to have some electrical issues in the back of the house. So, I'm realizing that either my monitor, my battery monitor that monitors all my batteries, or my one battery, is not working, or maybe it's the BMS on my battery. I don't know. So that's another project that I got to get to. All right. Now the fun part of manipulating this screw, all the fun stuff. Okay. Let me disconnect that one. No, that one doesn't connect that way. I need to get this. I remember that was a pain. This needs to get disconnected. And these little plastic pieces are so brittle. I really didn't want to break it. And I don't want to break my windshield either. All right, let me go over here. I'm hung up on this. Here, let me show you. Maybe. See if I can get this in shot. So I've got the hinge right here. And then I've got the windshield right under here that clips in. And then this is the part that needs to come out today, and it's stuck up, so I have to lift this up as trying to manipulate this. So that's what I'm stuck on right now, but we're gonna, and I don't want it to hit and scratch my window. Let's see if I can. Now I've done this job several times, but most of the time it's been on a car, not on my van. So, there. Oh, now I got my hand stuck. Okay. There. It's free! Free bird! Alright. Now, I'm gonna move all this parts. I'm gonna move all these parts over here because this is where we need to work on. Now the question is, because I'm a surety, yeah, I think I can just close the hood. Let me make sure my other wiper arm is not in danger. And then here, take my tool out. Alright. Cool. Get them there. Let me bring it along again. So here's where we're at. Let's see if I can get you in shot. This part is the wiper motor. And then this, you can see, hopefully you can see, this is the part that got sheared because it got frozen, stuck to the windshield. So I've got to unbolt this and I got to put this piece back in. So let's check in with the chat. Let's see, I was wondering if Susie swears when doing repairs. No, well, I mean, I have. I will say I have. Labor rates are 150 to 200 per hour nowadays. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Back in the day when I was doing it, it was like $90 for a car or vehicle, and if it was a hybrid, then it was like 130 to 150. But all right, let's get back to work. Oh. And I may have to shut the garage door, but I was liking that sun out there, so. All right, let's get you back on. I don't know if I can get you. All right. So we need, oh yeah, there's one bolt there that I'm going to probably have to lift the hood back up. And then another bolt there, another bolt there, and another there. So I'm going to do this bolt, and this bolt. And then we'll lift the hood and do that bolt. I forgot about that one. And I'll have to see what size this one is. It almost looks like a 10, yeah. Oh, let me get the 10. Where? I think it's a 10, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. It's a 10. I try not to cuss, but I've had a few doozies of a job that I have cussed at. I've threw some tools, but that was not on a regular day, not on a regular basis. But I do know that when I was raising kids, and doing this, if I was stressed out with the kids, they were pissing me off, which I don't think Brittany is in there, but hi Kelly, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry I didn't see you come in. Let me check in the chat real quick, see what else I missed. Fatma, say hi to you and Troy. Alright, so why was the hybrid more? The hybrid was more because of the electrical system. Hybrids and these new electric cars are very, very, very dangerous. And this is what I mean by dangerous. So, for example, on a battery, you never want to cross the positive and the negative. You just don't want to, because it will shock you. But on the normal older vehicles, if you did that, it would hurt, without a doubt. I mean, it would hurt. But with a hybrid, if you did that, it would actually fry your skin off your bones. It would kill you. That's how dangerous working in hybrids are. You gotta have, these high-powered lines that you have outside of your house where consumers or the electric company comes out with the boom truck and lifts up, and they have to have special gloves, and they only can wear them so many times, because if there's a little hole in it, it could actually kill somebody. It would fry them to death. And these electric cars or these hybrids are the same way as, them power lines. You know how they tell you don't touch a down power line because it'll kill you? Well, it's the same thing in a hybrid or even these electric cars. So that's why it was so much more. And I don't know what the price is for working on like one of these Tesla cars. Tesla wasn't really the thing back when I was working on the cars. What was a thing was, the Prism, or not, the Toyota, what is it? Toyota Prius. There we go. Yeah, the Toyota Prius. Oh, there goes the tool. So the Toyota Prius, and they had a Ford Escape that was a hybrid. So. All right, now we got one bolt left, and that's under the hood, and that's gonna free up the motor. All right. Now we have to move all this a little bit. Let's see. And go back under the hood. So, I don't know how much are you guys being able to see any work, but I was not able to get a video out today because I really kind of screwed it all up. And I don't really like posting junk to my channel. My videos are still not as great as I would like them to be, but I'm trying to improve them. And the one that I got to put, I wasn't really happy with. So I didn't post it. So instead, you got the live version of, I got to get other things done. So after this job, I got to go back to my house battery and figure out the deal with my electric back there with my lithium battery. So that's yet another problem. We'll see if I need to learn how to attach my tool. Oh. All right, last bolt. Bolts out. All right. Now, here comes the fun part. Trying to get this all out of the hole. And I'm short, so I have to climb on my hood. And we have to disconnect the motor from the power. So there's this little safety clip. And I hate these safety clips. All right, let me get the screwdriver. Not. I always said when I was working on cars that I think an engineer that engineered the vehicle should come out and work on the cars that he is engineering. I would think that it would change real fast on how some of these cars are designed. Because I can't see where I'm supposed to push. I can only feel. And apparently, I'm not pushing on the right. Or maybe I am. I'm just, there we go. All right. Woo. See, let me try to show you guys here. So there's this little prong that you have to push down all the way down so it slides past this little clip. I don't know if I'm even getting that in shot, but I'm trying. All right. Now, here we go. Manipulate, move, and here we go. Uh-oh, now I've got it stuck. Again, for pitch design, you gotta have every angle just right as you pull this thing out. we got her out. Now, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to manipulate any of this. Now, I need to separate. I gotta get you guys a little closer. Camera adjustment. All right. So we got to take this nut off, this nut, and that nut off. So we are going to have to move this a little bit. All right. I'm going to take these two off and then go with that one. And then we'll see about that one. That one's going to be a pain. I already know. And you can see it's already corroded. So. So yeah, I don't know, going back to my electrical, I don't know if it's my battery monitor or it's my BMS in my battery. Because I have a BMS in my lithium battery that could be causing some issues, because when we had the 0-degree weather, I was trying to heat it, but I didn't have it heated enough. So my external battery monitor was going kittywampus because it wasn't reading accurately, because a lithium battery will not. All right, so we got that. And that one's not a 10. So a lithium battery will not charge. Oh, no. Don't move. Yeah. All right, let's do it this way. I'm trying not to move these parts, because if I move these parts, then I have to realign my wipers, and it's a nightmare. So I'm trying to not maneuver these pivot arms, but I have to break these loops. All right. We may have to do this backwards. All right. Let's go back like that. Ugh. I think I got ahead of myself. All right. Oh. But anyways, going back to the lithium problem. So when the batteries are at 30, I think it's 32 or 35 degrees, the lithium batteries will not charge. It's not safe to charge them. So they throw on the heating pad, and they kind of, you can discharge them, but you can't charge them. So I have a external battery monitor, and then I have the app for my battery monitor. The battery has its own monitoring system. So they were not reading right. Like one would say it's 100%, and the other one would say it's like 40 or 50%. So they're not accurate. So I have to go deal with that after I get done with this. So yeah, I'm having a bit of electrical problems, and wiper problems. And the wiper, my own fault, because I forgot to turn off the wipers. So anybody got some big plans for this coming week? Oh boy. No, don't drop. All right. Come on. I can't get it to line up. And I don't want to cross thread this. And it's a die cast, so they're real finicky. There. All right. So I don't know, are you guys able to see any of this? Are you able to see some parts of what I'm doing? On my end, because I'm doing it on the phone, it's really small. So I can't even see if I have you guys in shot. Fatma says just hoping to get outside for some fresh, frozen custard. Ooh. Okay, I have a little secret for y'all. I drove through the custard, or was it after I got out of O'Reilly's? Culver's, that's what it is. They have the flavor of the day, and it always gets me, especially if it's caramel cashew. Oh boy. Caramel cashew or turtle, and it was turtle today, so I had to go get me some. So yeah, it was good. It's a cheap way to get some treats. I try to stay away from that stuff, so I never buy it. And plus, I don't get out to I don't buy ice cream for my van, because my van is only got a refrigerator right now. No freezer space right now. I'm hoping to change that though. I want to get a different refrigerator. I don't like the refrigerator I own. I don't trust it very much, so I only buy ingredients for a couple days. All right, now let's get this bigger nut off. And let's see. We can see fine. In shot most of the time. Yes. All right. So now let's see if we can. Oh, don't move. See, this is when I would have my kids when they were younger. I would have my kids come out and I would be like, hold this or turn this as I turn it, or turn this as I hold it. And I'd make them work on cars. Oh, they hated that. But I was a mean mom. I made them work on cars anyway. Okay. Let's try to all right. Yeah, this bolt is corroded on. So, all right, hang on, guys. I'm gonna have to use my feet. Let's see if I can break it free. Use my feet here. Hang on. Sugar. All right. Trying not to get this thing to move, and it wants to keep moving on me. Let's see how I can. Bust this free. Let me try to chisel away. I'm going to try to get and chisel out some of that corrosion. Kind of break it free a little bit. And I do have some penetrating like PB blaster stuff. So I may get that too. I don't really like using that around the electrical side of it. I love this stuff. All right. All right. Whew. It's getting a little chilly now. I'm just trying to get that kind of broke in there so that maybe I can get this free. I knew this bolt was going to give me some trouble because it's this and then the snapping these off. So this is, let's see if I can get this. I don't know if you can see there's no, all this has been smoothed, where this side, this is the passenger side. See, it's got little grooves into it. So that's what the frozen to the windshield, what the wipers do. Oh, gotta flip it back over. That's what happens when you forget to turn off your wipers and you park outside like I do. All right. So, when you park outside and it freezes overnight, that causes the thing to we'll go this way. Now we'll go back this way. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Let me think about how I can put, maybe I can put this back, so to speak. And, oh, that's hold. All right. I'm just trying to figure out some way to wedge this up somewhere and to give me a little bit more of a leverage. Yep. All right, hold on. That metal is too sharp. All right. Oh, sugars. Come on. Get on there. Nope. Don't move on me. Okay. Back to where you are. Now, you might wonder why I'm going one way or the other, because sometimes if you tighten it, you can break it, get it broke a little. And so that's kind of the theory of why I'm doing lefty-loosey or righty-tighty kind of thing. So, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You just got to be careful not to over tighten it, because then you can have a major problem. You can actually strip things. Ugh. I don't know if that broke or if it just slid off. Yep, it just slid off. All right, I'm not getting it to move either way. All right. Get this. All right. Time to use the van lever. Oh, sorry about that squeaking. All right. Ooh, we are going to try to see, in my old shop I had a vice too, which would have been nice, but I'm actually not in my garage. I missed my garage. Yep. All right. Kind of hoping that maybe with the edges I could get a little bit tighter, but nope, not the case. So I don't think Ken has a vice. At least not that I can remember. All right, guys, just jump through here and hang on to this part for me. All right, let's check into the chat. What do we got going on? My repair would have been to super glue the arm back on. Yeah, well, actually, to that effect, Troy, Ken did try to rig it up, and he actually tried to modify it with something like this, and it worked for about 2 days, and then it didn't work anymore. So, oh, well, sorry, guys. I was thinking, so we are supposed to leave the wiper shield wipers up during the winter. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they have a bend in them. So you can actually just put them like that. The only problem is sometimes if it's a real windy night, the wind can actually push them back down and snap on your windshield. So, and that's a lot of pressure, and it could be damaging to your windshield. So, let's see. I was thinking of glue or duct tape. Yeah, duct tape definitely wouldn't work. Like I said, Ken used a piece of tin to make it bigger, which hopefully it didn't mess up my wiper arm. I don't think it did. But and then now I would use WD-40. Yeah, a lot of people like WD-40 and some people I just prefer PB Blaster. It's just like some people like Chevy, some people like Ford, some people like Winnebagos. You know, everybody's got their preference. For me, I've seen more beneficial results with PB Blaster than I have with WD-40, but that's my own personal experience. So I am going to go shut that garage door because I feel like it's getting colder now. So it's probably going to get loud. So you might want to turn your volume down. Actually, I might mute this. Hang on. All right, garage door is shut. It was just going to be really loud. So, whew. And the sun is getting lower and cloudier, so the sun ain't out as much. But anyways, let me go run and see if I can find a vise real quick. That's what I should have been doing while the garage door was shut. I didn't think about that. Hang on. All right, so he does have a vise. Let's go on a little trip. All right. I'll be right back for you. All right, let's go. We gotta move the legs. Because knowing me, I'll trip over the tripod or I'll knock them into something. So here we go. And the lighting over here is even worse. But let's see. So we've got, and you know, the other thing I'm realizing while I'm doing this live is I say that word so a lot. We got a vise. More cold metal stuff. But let's get this thing in the vise and let's get it over. Because I've had enough. I think I need to be, well, I don't really need to be cautious about, if I screw this piece up, I don't really care. Though I need, so we will, I don't really care how tight this vise gets. I just don't want it to move too much. I just need it to, all right, let's see. There we go. Oh, let's see if we have locking wheels. I never know with somebody else's tool. But hey, nope, we're still moving. Hang on, I gotta find some more locks on these wheels. Oh, tools and tools and tools. All right, let's get you guys. I don't know. All right. Oh, let's get the tripod back up. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to make this smooth. So here's our nut. Ugh. All right. I think I've got it pinched good enough now. We'll see. Okay. I felt it move. So hopefully now I'm gonna go. Whoop. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to the other side here and pinch it so the motor won't move on this side. Oh. All right. Maybe get this locked in here. And I'm sure somebody else has thought of easier ways, but this is just the tools I have and what I came up with. So here we go. Oh, and it's coming out. Hang on. Go back down. There. Okay. We're going to tighten you up. Ugh. All right. I think. Whoop. All right. There we go. There we go. We got her free. Woohoo! It's free. Good. Now, reverse this process. Now I gotta take them two bolts out. I'm gonna take you over to the other side. Hang on a second. Well, we should close this back up. Whew, man, it's really starting to get cold here. All right, I'm gonna just move here onto the bench. Oops, sorry, that was real shaky. Let me get the other. Which? Hang on. I'm gonna put the other socket. All right. Now we gotta take these little bolts back out. I should have done that one first so I didn't have to redo this, but it is what it is. Put that back. like that. Woo-wee. Well, I thought it was loose enough where I could just grab it, but there we go. Let's see if we can kind of pop this bad boy up. Let's see. There we go. Motor's free, arm is free. Now we'll go get the other one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this one like that so we can cross-reference. Cold, cold, cold. All right. Now we have to reverse everything that we just did, but I'm going to put these little ones in first. My fingers are getting cold with touching all this metal. They don't want to work so well. I want you to be on. We'll somewhat tighten you up. Here's another funny story. So when I first started working on automotive, I really enjoyed working on cars and I loved the challenge. So I never ever crossed my mind that I couldn't fix something. It was just always had to have time. Like there was always a way to fix something. If it was broke, it could be fixed. No problem. And I remember I had this neighbor of mine and she's like, yeah, my wiper arms are coming off the window. And I don't know what to do about that. I said, well, no. I said, well, that means you need a new wiper motor because these little nubs are broken. And so I went to the store. She said that she would pay me to do the job. And so I okay. And I told her how much I would charge her and everything. And she was pretty happy with that. And so I went to the store and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And, I'm playing around with the arms and everything. And I wasn't keeping them as close as to how they came out of the box. I turned on that wiper and they were all over the place. And I thought, oh my God, what'd I do? Then I was like, oh, you messed with you messed with them. So lesson learned. I was a little over confident, I guess. So, and this toolbox is in my way. But why are they not lining up? problem. These are not lining up like they should be. Oh, there they go. Okay, I just didn't have it positioned right. So, Ivan! Hi, Ivan! How did you develop your mechanical skills? Funny story on that. I was married with one child, and I mean, I was always intrigued by tearing things apart and putting things back together. My dad always worked on everything, but he was really old-fashioned, and he believed that girls should be clean and away from mechanics, and so I didn't get much opportunity as young age to do that. But then when I got older, I had gotten my first car, and the alternator went out, and I didn't know anything about working on cars. And my dad lived like an hour away. So I was like, I need to do this on my own. So I called a mechanic shop, and of course they wanted to charge me, I don't know, it was like $400 for this part. And I was I was a very young mom, and my child was like 1 year old, and the husband that I had at that time was, yeah, anyways, we won't go into that. But he was not mechanically inclined at all, to say that. And then so I went to AutoZone back then, because I don't even think they had an O'Reilly's back then, or at least it wasn't on my radar. But I went to AutoZone, and I was like, hey, what is this thing called an alternator? And how do you install it? How do you install it? Is it really hard? All that kind of stuff. And the guy pulls out the alternator, and he says, well, this is what an alternator looks like. It's 3 bolts. The big thing is you got to get the belt back on it. But because it was a Chevy, it had a tensioner that all you had to do is put a ratchet in like this and pull the arm down, and it would release it. And then when you put the belt back on, you put the tensioner down, put the belt on, and you took and put the tensioner back on. It self-tensioned it. So you didn't have to worry about that. I was like, 3 bolts? Really? Let me buy that alternator. So I bought the alternator, and I bought a tool set similar to this. And I said, I'm going to go put the damn thing in myself. About 5 hours later, because back then I didn't have internet. I didn't know what Google was. So that's what I did. Anyways, so that's how I got into it. What are we working on? We are working on my van. It's the wiper motor, and I used to call them linkages, but now they're called transmissions. Why? I don't know. It doesn't have gears in it. The motor has gears in it. But that's what we're working on, Ivan. My van. I broke my van. So, anyways, but we're almost done. I just got to put it back in. But anyways, so that is what we're doing. So let me get you back into My van is all tore apart, Ivan. Oh, and I'm cold because it's cold here. Oh, all right. Time to climb back in the engine. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Here we go. And I always find weird places for my tools. Sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's not. All right. Let's go back to working. Oh, wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Where are we? I don't know. We gotta go down here. There we go. All right. I gotta get nuts and bolts, guys. Let me put this stupid thing back in. All right. Let me get some bolts that I took out of the car. Out of the van. Woo! Hey! Turn up the heat, people. All right. All right. Let's move you guys over here. Are you still doing your live trivia later today? No, not today. No trivia. That's on Tuesday night. Tuesday night is live trivia. Today it's all about repairing Susie's vehicle. Susie needs a safe vehicle to be on the road. Oh. All right, we got one bolt started. Now we just got to line up the other one. When I used to work on cars on a regular basis, I would always joke with people and tell them that I don't need to go to the gym because working out on cars, I was getting paid to work out because it built up your muscles. So, and then you always got to be in some weird position. It's ridiculous. I still believe that if an engineer had actually worked on what they engineered, they probably would engineer it differently. But, you know, part of the problem is that we see something, we want it in our car, and the more we want, the more compact it has to be. And that is a problem. Whew. So now we got 2 bolts in. Now we just gotta get this one tilted up and I have nowhere to put my hand. There we go. So, Ivan, I guess you could say this is your time to ask questions. Got any mechanic questions? We're talking about mechanics Oh, all right, let's work over here for a minute. Oh. All right, ouch, the metal is sharp. All right, why isn't this lining up? All right. If it ain't one problem, it's enough, right? Okay. Oh, hi, James. I can see the icon, but I can't see what you said. So I'm sorry, I'm not not looking at the chat right this minute. I will look at it here in a minute as I have my hands in my firewall, actually. Okay. I'll get this one sort of tightened up. Oh, wait. And I think, no, on nut. We're going to kind of tighten these down. Gosh darn it. Welcome, James. Thanks for stopping by. I did not get a video out today, so I've had some problems with my vehicle. So I need to get that done. All right, let's take a break here. I'm in awe. Hey, we gotta get better at this. I'm on my phone. So, let's see. I'm in awe. I'm minimum talented in this area. Awesome. I could learn something here. Well, ask away to any, must be a master of wipe. Oh, yes. Must have been a wiper arm. Yes. Actually, it wasn't the motor. It was the linkage, or what they call the transmission now. I don't quite understand that. But yeah, I left when it got frozen, when it got really cold. I turned on my wipers the night before, and I forgot to turn them off. So therefore, it stuck to my window, and I sheared it off. My boyfriend tried to, yep, on the linkage. You're absolutely correct. The linkage, the little arm What are we having? So much trouble here. What am I missing? So yeah, I'm trying to do a live stream while I'm repairing. Tapping on the linkage. Less in the side. Less in the side. Out the cold. I'm not following that comment. Oh. But anyways. So yep, it froze. It broke. And so now I'm in the process of repairing it. I actually was going to go the easy way out and hire somebody to do that. But then the problem was they wanted to charge me $500 for something I knew I could do myself. So I decided to pay $133 and do it myself. I just didn't want to do it in the cold because I hate the cold. So we almost got this thing in. I just gotta get these lined up, and I don't know why it's not lining up like it should. I've got two holes that are not lining up. Plus, I'm so short, trying to crawl in the engine bay is not easy. Ugh. And we had a heat wave today of like 34 degrees. So I decided to tackle it today before the new snow comes. Because God knows we're going to have it. Ooh, cold, cold. And I don't miss getting into these positions with the freaking car. It doesn't do your body good anymore at this old age. Why? All right. Maybe I turned this one too much? I don't know. I think my brain is freezing. There we go. I'll get this one in. There, lift it up. All right, let's see. Oh, who jumped in here? All right. Tiny Homes, Burr, Michigan. Stone Ledge Tiny Homes. Welcome. James, where are you doing? This is in the States. Found this live in between Chrome's video of daily dose of internet channels. LOL. Nice. Thank you. Uh-oh. Cancel. Hi, welcome. Let's see. It's nice to have a garage to be able to do work inside. Yeah, this isn't my garage, but I am borrowing it because it is nasty cold outside. Where's she doing the work? Yeah, I'm in Michigan. Thank you, James, for answering that. Gotta run. Good luck, Susie. Yes, you can do it. Shop labor, the damn LOL. Yep, I agree. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hi, Captain Jack. Gosh darn it. Oh my, what are you doing, Susie? Oh, I'm repairing my vehicle because I broke it. Because I left my wipers down and I broke off. And that one's still not on. Dang it. All right. Anyways, I'm repairing the linkage. So you're all watching me do it live. And I got one stupid bolt left before I put my arms on. And I am getting so flipping cold that this may have to take a break so that I can go warm up. Oh, let's see what we got in the chat here. Yep. So I broke the wiper arm. Well, not the wiper arm. I broke the linkage. I rounded it off because it has little whatever grooves, and I rounded it off. And now I'm freezing in a garage, and her van has the boo-boo and needs fixed. Yes, it needs. It actually has two boo-boos now. I'm also too having electrical problems. So I don't know. One battery monitor says that I have 53 and it's fully charged. It's not 50 charged. I mean, it's not fully charged at 53, and it's not. And the other monitor says it's 100%. So 53 and 100% don't equal the same. So I need to go diagnose that problem, and that's electrical, and that's like pull your hair out kind of crap. And so I chose to do the mechanical one first, and then I'm going to go to the electrical. But we're not going to do a live stream for all that because that's just way too much. I mean, I know Ivan likes to go forever on live streams, even though he dips out. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Ivan. You say, let's go to midnight, and you're out by 10 o'clock. No, you're out before that because I'm off by, what, 8 o'clock? 8:30, you're gone before I'm done. So, anyways, I've got this one bolt back here. I don't know if I can get it in shot. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. This one right here. It's not lining up. I have to sneak my arm around under this, get under here, push that up and put that in. And then I have to put these arms back on and I'll be done. But I think I'm done right now because my hands are starting to hurt. So I think this is where you'll be live in 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Well, you know what, Captain Jack? Everybody from here can go to your live because I think I'm about done. I need to go in. I'll probably go inside of Ken's house and warm up, but because I can't turn on my van because I'm inside his garage with the garage door is shut. So, I think I'm going to say that this is it. I'm going to go warm up and then come out and finish up these last two, well, one. And then I have to put all that plastic back together, then put my arms back on. I don't want to hear about 60 degrees. I have to be here to take care of my dad. So, time difference, girl. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Well, you could stick to any story. My story is you can hang. So you come in and then you leave early. So, anyways, thank you guys for stopping by and watching my live. Sorry I didn't get the video out, but I definitely want the videos to look better than what they are. And so I'm definitely going to get better at this editing. I'm trying to learn some new stuff. So I will let you guys go. Thank you all for entertaining my live tonight and being here. And I will see you all on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ivan, set your alarm. And I will talk to you all later. Bye. Be safe out there.